What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be giving you the 10 most painful anxiety symptoms. If you've ever had any anxiety symptoms cause you physical pain, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Tons of videos like this to help you with your anxiety. Be a part of the family. Today's question: what are your most, let's say, 5 to 10 most painful anxiety symptoms? Everybody is different, so I may not list something on here that you experience. I want to make sure that you let everybody know what you're dealing with. Maybe somebody else can relate with you. Number 1 is chest pain, okay? You can experience this pretty much anywhere on your chest. It terrified me because I thought I had a heart problem. I had heart anxiety, cardiophobia. So whenever my chest would start to hurt, my mind would wander and assume that I was having a heart attack, okay? The different types of pain that you can experience vary from person to person or the severity of your anxiety, but I could have a dull ache, radiating. I could have left pain, right pain, upper chest, lower chest, or right there in the freaking middle, which would scare me the most. I could have constant pain, on and off, all right? Crushing pain, heavy pressure type pain. I could have shooting pains where it would start somewhere and shoot to the other side of my chest. But this is what I dealt with probably the most in the first 2.5 years of my anxiety. Sent me to the ER, spent the night in the hospital parking lot. I would call my mom. I'd have to pull over on the side of the road. I'd dip out of work. When this pain hit me, I was basically non-functionable. The next one, guys, is heartburn. Acid reflux. A more severe chronic version of this would be GERD. I had the GERD. So whenever you're anxious, you are more likely to produce an excess amount of stomach acid. That combined with the tension can force this upward. When it gets into your chest area, it can hurt. It can mimic heart issues. So that would really irritate my heart anxiety, would make me feel like I was having a heart problem or heart attack, but in fact, it was just the acid going upward, okay? Whenever I would lay down at night, this would be even worse. It would get into my throat, come up. It would feel like hot lava was in my throat. My throat would be sore for the next few days after an episode like this. I dealt with heartburn pretty much after every meal. I had to drastically change my diet, introduce apple cider vinegar, stop eating heavy carb meals, tons of pasta or chili or spicy foods, which sucks because I love those things. But acid reflux, heartburn, GERD, it was a very painful symptom for me. The next one is gas pain. This is a TMI, but it would lead to excessive burping, belching, and yes, the other way. But whenever you have a lot more anxiety, you tend to produce more gas, all right? Just like you tend to produce more acid. That gas has to go somewhere, up or down, okay? The problem with me was that it took a long time for this gas to work its way out either way. So I spent the first 3 hours of my day in horrible pain, dealing with all the other pains that I was having, but also having this gas pain that would get trapped right here in the middle of my abdomen area. And it would, again, take hours for it to finally work its way out. And I would repeat this process every single day. Next one is just general stomach pain. So I'm talking about any of the intestines or your digestive organs can experience pain. Digestion is not a huge priority whenever we're really anxious, especially in fight or flight. So we deal with a lot of constipation. We can deal with diarrhea, a lot of cramping. I mentioned the gas, the bloating, just general soreness and achiness in the stomach area. All your organs in that area can be affected. So I dealt with this and I had health anxiety. So I would start to think that I had colon cancer, stomach cancer, some form of digestive cancer. But yeah, this is something that I dealt with off and on throughout my 5 years. The next one, guys, is headaches, okay? A lot of what you guys are having are tension headaches. However, you can have migraines from anxiety as well. Now understand, if you have a history of having headaches or migraines, anxiety is just going to exploit that and probably intensify it or make the frequency of those headaches or migraines go up. Mine were mainly tension, thank God, and I didn't have them 24/7, but whenever I did, I started to fear that I was having a stroke, an aneurysm, or that I had a tumor in my head. Brain cancer runs in my family, so I was like, oh my God, it's hitting me earlier than everybody else. But the best way to describe the headaches that I would have is just this intense band wrapped around my head and being squeezed, a lot of pressure, a lot of tension. We do have muscles up there, so you can have tension headaches, but you can pretty much have a headache anywhere. Occasionally I would have sharp pains or radiating headaches as well. Next one was a crippling one for me, and it's back pain. I'll start with upper back pain. All throughout the day, I would have upper back pain. It seemed to get worse as the day went on until I went to sleep, all right? So it felt like somebody was putting out a cigarette on my back. It was mainly burning sensations, and what these burning sensations were actually knots. So I'd have to get coworkers or my girlfriend or friend or family member to just put an elbow in there and rub some of these out. I dealt with that pretty much chronically throughout my anxiety journey. The one that bugged me even more so was my lower back pain, and this would affect me probably the first 3 to 5 hours of the day. So the upper back pain would go away when I would go to sleep. The lower back pain would develop as I just got still, and the tension would just continuously tighten. So whenever I would wake up, I would have to do a lot of stretching, a lot of hydrating, and generally, but slowly, work the pain out. The next big one, guys, is arm pain. I felt pain in both arms from the shoulder all the way down to the fingertips, but primarily my pain was, for the most part, on the left side, my left arm, which would freak the hell out of me because, again, I had heart anxiety, so this really made me feel like I had a heart problem. It made me not trust the doctors. Why is my left side hurting, right? But I would have shooting pains from the shoulder down to the fingertips. What most of you deal with, and I dealt with also, is just this general heaviness, achiness type pain all the way down to our bones, it seems. Really frustrating when we got to use these two guys every single day to pick up stuff, to try to exercise, to basically get through our day. So it's easily aggravated, but this is primarily caused from prolonged muscle tension. That also can lead to weakness. Again, I talked about the heaviness. Shakiness, tremors, spasms, twitching, cramping, you name it, the tension can cause it in your arms. And the next one, guys, yeah, you guessed it, the legs, all right? So just like the arms, we can experience those same symptoms in our legs. And in fact, I believe that we use our legs a lot more than we use our arms, okay? So the biggest muscles in our body are down here. So we got our quads, we got our hammies, all right? We got our calves. A lot of big muscles, so they're definitely going to feel the wrath of muscle tension. So I would deal with the shooting pains as well, all the way down to my feet, down to my toes actually. But I would also just generally have this heavy achiness, all right? And again, I think that's what most people deal with. And I would have this for a long period of time to where I felt like my legs were going to give out. It was like I just did squats every single day and never gave myself time to recover. That's the kind of pain that I would deal with. It would really be bad in the morning. A lot of my pains are really bad when I would first wake up. Made me feel like an 80-year-old man. But this long-term muscle tension would lead to leg fatigue, wobbly, shaky legs. Again, the tremors, the spasms, the twitching, the cramping, you name it, it can happen in the legs as well. The next one is a big one for those that go through it, and that's burning sensations or burning skin that can happen pretty much anywhere on your body. It's especially painful if it's happening on your face, okay? I personally didn't deal with this, thank God, but a lot of people that watch this channel, they've gone through it, so I just felt like it was the right thing to mention it because it is painful for those going through it. It really amounts to an overstimulated nervous system all the way down to the sensory nerve cells. A light version of this may be nerve pain or some sensitive skin. You know how that feels for the most part. If you're sick or have the flu, or if you just have some random nerve pain, it's uncomfortable to touch, or it's uncomfortable if something rubs up against it. Well, imagine that like amplified by, who knows, probably at least 10, right? And then make it more of a burning sensation. And that's what these people are dealing with. And bless their hearts, some people are dealing with this 24/7. This next one, guys, was really scary for me as well. Believe it or not, it's eye pain. Yes, anxiety can actually cause pain to your eyes. See, I was spending most of my night in fight or flight, survival mode, trying to get away from danger, fight danger away, and my pupils were dilated, okay? So whenever I was in my room and it was dark, it was fine. But then I would open the door to go to work and it would hit me so freaking hard. It was piercing through my eyes, causing a lot of pain, sharp pain. Like immediately I had to close my eyes, so I had to start wearing sunglasses to freaking work every single day. The trip, even with the sunglasses, I would still have a little bit of pain. By the end of the day, it would be better. It wouldn't be as sensitive to the light, but then this process would just repeat every single day for months, it seemed like. What's happening is your pupils are dilating. They're trying to bring in more light so you can see the danger to get away or fight it off better. And by doing so, your sensitivity to light actually goes up. Guys, understand you can experience pain pretty much anywhere when it comes to anxiety. A lot of this comes down to muscle tension, and there's muscles literally everywhere. So you could experience ear pain, jaw pain. Some people deal with tooth pain, especially if you're a teeth grinder, throat pain, shoulders. I mentioned the back and arms, but we got our shoulders. They can be separate. You can have joint pain. Your knees can hurt. Your ankles can hurt. Your phalanges can hurt. I'm telling you, you can experience pain pretty much anywhere when it comes to anxiety. So if you made it this far in the video, go down below in the comment section in all caps. I want you to put, it's not just in our head. It's not just in our head. Sure, our anxiety and our fears and our negative thinking may have started up here, but it can manifest into some of these physical and painful symptoms. Remember, if you are interested in recovery, if you're finally ready to move on from these painful symptoms, you need to go down below in the description in the first pinned comment and grab my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp. It shows you how I got away from these painful symptoms that we've been talking about for the past 10 minutes, all right? It takes hard work, sure, it takes consistency, but I make it easy with that course. I give you the blueprint. I give you the step-by-step process. All you have to do is put it into action and you will get results. So check that out. Online therapy is down below. My socials are down below. I want you to like this video if you got some value out of it today. Also, please subscribe again if you're new here. Join the community. I'm going to put an awesome video right here. I want you to check that out. But until next time, guys, keep fighting.